Now in this one, I want you to notice how we talked about the defensive left end and a left-handed stance with the left foot back. This is our way of doing it. We think it helps in pass rush. You got a great first step situation. Don't have to avoid the tackle when he gives you a pass set. It starts a natural turn of the shoulders and hips. This is Dan Hampton working in practice. He's going to show you the reach, the rip, re-rip, and the things we talked about, how he rushed. Good job. Here's another shot of Dan. He was a jet, reach, rip. If the tackle overset him, got out in the too wide, then he countered and went inside. There you see him working with that right hand. Jet up the field, reach, rip. Tackle's leaning that way, off balance, completely crossed over, club him out of there, go to the quarterback. Good rush situation. Now I want you to watch both defensive ends, 95 and 99. You'll notice Richard's stance, always on the outside foot back, outside hand down. It's a great defensive end rush situation. A good example of all four, what you want on every snap. Philosophy-wise, this is as good as it gets. Middle pressure out of the two inside tackles. Contain, tight, upfield rush. Both ends did a real good job of hooping around the offensive tackles. Great rush to the quarterback, made him step up. Everybody got in on the play. Good job on the sack. In addition to that part of stance, as you watch this one, watch right 97, the right defensive tackle lined up on the left guard. His feet never stop. He butted him, got turned, got a rip, threw him off. But the big key here is the number one fundamental. Your feet can never stop in the rush. You can't start over. You're going to be late. His feet never stop. He keeps working. Violent use of the hands and arms, and ends up with a good sack. In this one, watch the right end, 95, Richard Dent. He's in a two-point stance, which he rushes in occasionally. Going to see good takeoff and a good stutter. He's going to make that tackle lean just as he leans, then he uses those hands, gets on the edge, has a rip, and a good swoop hoop move to the quarterback for a sack. I'll let you watch the stutter once again in slow-mo. Here he comes, going to set that tackle, a little head fake. Once he gets him to go forward, a little slap, a little rip. Good rush on the quarterback and another long yardage loss sack. Now we can watch the right end, number 95, Richard Dent, great pass rusher. He shows you a great example of a swim against a top-heavy player and a good move to the quarterback. See the little move there when the player ducked his head? That's the time you go over the top. A good quick left arm over, good hoop to the quarterback, good pressure, got the ball out, got us a sack. Now we're going to show you the quick counter that Steve McMichael was so good at. He's a left defensive tackle on the right offensive guard. He's going to threaten that guard tackle gap and then come back inside with his patented counter move. Very good rush for an inside rusher. Young guys can learn this. As soon as he felt the guard overplaying him to his outside, butted him, clubbed him with the right, a good quick arm over because the guard's top heavy, and he turns and he's off to the quarterback. Very good counter move. Left in strictly with good awareness that we talked about. It's upfield. Quarterback has to step up, get off of his guy. He gets part of the sack. Once again, the same player, the left defensive tackle, Steve McMichael. Started in that guard tackle gap again, felt the offensive guard overset the right guard, gave him a good spin move, his other method of getting back inside, good acceleration, good job of getting off the blocker and going to the quarterback for the sack. Real good play. One more time, I'll let you watch the spin. Got that arm around and knocked the guard off.
One of the primary purposes of pass rush, the primary fundamentals, is to get on the edge of the blocker and to work your way around him. We teach our players that we cannot run into the blocker head on. We cannot block ourselves, and that's what you're doing when you do that. We try to get on the edge. We know we can't run over the blockers and put cleat marks on their chest in this league, and I don't think in any league, so we try to work the edges in everything we do. Now, to get around an offensive blocker, you've got to get your pads, your shoulder pads, and your hips turned. To emphasize that, what really happens is that there's a foot shuffle in there, or there's a foot crossover as you work around the guy as you're jetting up the field to the quarterback. We work this every day to get the feel of it. Our demo man, Tony Williams, is going to show you how we go right, left, around these 4 Gilman pop-up dummies. We use the Gilman pop-ups for a lot of things on defense, especially in the pass rush work. Now, the key here is the footwork. He's going to reach like he's reaching against that blocker, and he's going to get himself bind. He's trying to get perpendicular to the blocker's pads. If his shoulder pads are perpendicular to the blocker's pads, then he's ready to make a move. If he makes his move in front of the blocker, they react to it and stop him. So this is what Tony is demonstrating. That away, good footwork, reach it out there, get the pads turned, get the hips turned, get on the edge of the blocker so you got a chance to make a move. Very good. Now, to emphasize this, the movement of the feet, and the fact that we do shuffle by a guy when we rush, we're going to go all the way around the dummy this time. You can work this with your guys. You can have 4 of them going at once if you have 4 dummies. Tony this time is going to reach, and he's going to shuffle all the way around the blocker, once to his right and once to his left. Are we ready, Tony? Work them hard. Work them hard. Good. That's just an exaggeration. That away. Good. Thank you. Of what really happened. Left or whichever direction he starts with. Good. Point that toe. Point that toe. Sink that hip. Sink that hip and point that toe. Now, the second time that Stalin's going to do it, here we go. Good. Out of baby. Sink that hip. Point that left one. Out of way. Good. Now, you notice we're not working any particular swims or rips. We're not working any moves. That's not necessary. We're working hip and toe point and hip flexion. The next. The pointer's on number 90, Derek Alexander, our right defensive end, working against the left offensive tackle. He's going to show great hand usage here, getting the hands off, and great hoop technique, sinking that hip, winding it tight, and getting to the quarterback. Watch it closely. Good hand usage. Get him off. Sink the hip. Point that toe at the quarterback and accelerate through him. Legal hits. The pointer is on Derek Alexander, lined up in a nose-shaded alignment in a nickel pass rush situation. A great arm over or swim on the center and acceleration to the quarterback. The pointer's on 92, Dwayne Clemens. He's going to have a great swim, a great hoop, determination to get to the quarterback. Watch it. The pointer's on Fernando Smith, our left end. He's going to do a lot of good things here. Good takeoff, good swim move, good hoop. He's going to do it off of a stutter or setting that tackle up. Let's watch him. The left end, Fernando. I'm going to show it again. It was all good. The real good thing about it is when he defeated the tackle, his dipping the shoulder, pointing that foot at the quarterback, and really accelerating through him to get a legal hit on the quarterback. The pointer is on left end, Fernando Smith. He's going to jet. He's going to have a good takeoff. He's going to try a swim move on the offensive tackle. It doesn't work. He goes into his next move, a rip, which is real violent and successful, and then demonstrating a good hoop, a good lean, and acceleration to the quarterback. The pointer is on Fernando. Real good flexion, sinking the hip, pointing that right toe at the quarterback as tight as he can around that tackle to get a hit on the quarterback. The pointer is on John Randall, our defensive left end. As you watch his great takeoff, the turn of the pads, the great rip of the right arm, and then the hip sink, the right hip, the right toe point at the quarterback, great acceleration to the quarterback, and stripping the ball out. All of the things we talked about, working around the hoops, sinking our hip around the dummies. When we defeat the guy, accelerate and go to the quarterback. Here goes John. Pointer's on Derek Alexander, our right end. You'll notice in this situation he has a great rep technique. really gets under the tackle, violent rip, and then a real good hoop, a real good sinking of the hip, and accelerating to the quarterback. Show it to you once again. Superb technique. Great takeoff, a slap of the arm, got it down. Great rip, good hoop, really good pad level, good flexion, and a hit on the quarterback. Pointer's on John Randall. He's lined up as an under tackle on the offensive right guard. He's going to have a great jet takeoff, a slap, good body turn, get skinny, get on the edge of the blocker, and rip to the quarterback. This is the jab-o-lay, stutter, head fake, the things we talked about in the tape, where we're going to get close to that blocker, make a good head fake, and make a move. The pointer is on number 91, Marty Harrison. A great stutter move, a window wash type move with his hands. Watch him here. We'll take it back. In addition to the stutter, watch Marty's great turn, pads turning, shuffling by the guy, hips sinking, pointing that right foot at the quarterback, running that hoop. Perfect example of the qualities that we showed you. Great rush. As indicated by the pointer, we'll watch John Randall. He's lined up on the offensive right guard in an under tackle position. He's going to start his jet rush in that guard tackle gap, make a great spin, watch his feet, the ground he gains upfield, and the arm wrap around to make it a perfect spin move to the quarterback. The pointer's on 72, Jason Fisk, our nose tackle, going to show you a great spin move and acceleration to the quarterback. Watch the techniques. The spin was excellent. The dip right there was excellent. Getting under the blocker when he recovered, and the sinking of the hip and pointing total to the quarterback was really good right there. The pointer is on Dwayne Clemens. This is a good butt technique. He's going to come off, knock that tackle back, one-arm him, and go to the quarterback. We'll repeat it for you. Once again, we only do this when the tackle's floating or setting high. Watch 72, the left tackle. Real deep, weight on his heels. Dwayne felt it, one-armed him, knocked him down, accelerated, and got a good hit on the quarterback. A good butt or bull or power technique. And a good one-arm example. This is a butt or a bull rush. We would only butt or bull rush when the offensive blocker sets high. This guard does it. John Randall has great rush instincts, great awareness. The blocker sets high, he butts him in the face, pushes him off with one arm, gets separation, and gets a sack. The pointer is on John Randall. In this case, he's going to come off. The guard's going to set high. He feels it. He butts him, goes right around him, and gets to the quarterback. I will show you this once again to show you that the only time we will do this is when an offensive lineman sets high or straight-legged. Watch the guard. Very high, straight-legged, weight on his heels, all his cleats in the grass, leaning back. John can feel this. That's when he butts him, then puts that good left arm, knocks him away, goes to the quarterback. I'm going to put the pointer on Derek Alexander. He's going to come off on his jet rush. The tackle's going to set high. He's going to butt him. He's going to lock on. He's going to one-arm him and swim over the top to the quarterback. While you're watching Derek, watch what I'm talking about with determination of John Randall. The left guard's going to block him. The center, when he loses, Jason's going to block him. The back's going to stay in and chip. In essence, John's working against three blockers. Great desire and determination to get to the quarterback. Watch the superb butt and one arm and arm over to the quarterback by Derek. Also, I did mention the great layout, the great hoop, and accelerating to the quarterback. Get that sack.
Okay, these are the Gilman pop-up bags we've been using since 1977 to teach the pass rush. The thing we like about them is obviously we can run our people through them and they can come back, we can keep working, and our guys can continue going without having to stop the drill. Now, the various moves we're going to demonstrate in a line here, but the various moves all start with either a slap and swim or a slap and rip. And the key to the whole thing is it's always got to be same hand, same foot. If I'm slapping with my right, I've got to step with my right, okay? If I'm stepping and slapping with my right and swimming with my left, I've got to step with my left. Your hands and feet are tied together. It's the same hand, same foot on everything. Same on this side. if I'm stepping and slapping left, my hand and foot's got to be same hand, same foot. Same with my rip, same with my swim. My hands and feet are tied together on all of them. Now, there's a lot of moves, and a lot of different players have a lot of moves, but the ones that we start off teaching, and again, it'll always be same hand, same foot. Real simple. Obviously, we're going to slap. That turns my numbers. It turns me away from my opponent, okay? But I'm going to step and slap with the same hand and foot, and then I'm going to swim, same hand and foot, and step through. In a minute, I'm going to demonstrate how we run through a whole line of bags doing that. But our first move is slap and swim. After that, we come back with slap and rip. Same idea. Same hand, same foot, getting distance, getting separation, ripping through. Same hand, same foot, slap, swim, slap, rip. The next one we have is evolved from actually a fake one way and go the other. People call a lot of different things, but I want to fake one way and come back the other. I can do that with a double slap. I can do that with a jab, olé, but everywhere in the move, at some place, I've got a slap, and at some place I have a swim or a rip. But we're going to start one way and come back on the other on that one. Next move we've used primarily for our inside people is what we call a stutter, where we want to shake and get the offensive lineman to commit and go after me. Now when we do that, primarily what we want to do is stutter and shake and weave and get our upper body moving for the man lunges. When I do that move, I'm going to be back here shaking. I know you can't see me, but after he lunges, again, somewhere I've got a slap, somewhere I've got a slap, somewhere I've got a slap and swim, or somewhere I have a slap and rip. But my starting point was to move and to get him to commit towards me. Next thing we go to for our defensive ends is a long arm knockdown. Again, we're trying to knock the opponent's arm down. All right? After we do that, we'll come back with a slap, rip. After we do that, again, it's always same hand, same foot. Knock his hand down, slap, swim. I might be able to just demonstrate that one better on this bag, which is the pop-up with the arms. Again, on that, if I'm coming from the other side, I want to step and knock the man's hand down, and then come back with a slap, rip, or slap, swim. Remember, same hand, same foot all the time. One of the final moves we use is a spin move, and on that, we want to attack one side of the man or one side of the bag, and then with our elbow, throw ourselves completely around to the other. At all times, driving the elbow into the bag. It gives you a sense of leverage. If I'm on this side, it's the same thing. I'm going to start by attacking here, then I'm going to spin all the way back with this arm and continue up the field. Okay, one other point we want to make is at the end of all the drills, when we come out of our move, we're always working to the quarterback, getting our eyes up and finding the quarterback, because that's the end of all of our work, is obviously to sack the quarterback. A couple things to point out. At one end, we'll always have a bag that we finish on. I like this bag because, as I said, we have arms. We can work on chopping the ball or chopping the quarterback's arms, or actually reaching around and grabbing both his arms and raking his arms, as we talked about. And the other thing is Gilman has come up with a Velcro ball that sticks on the bag. And a lot of times we like to work on coming up and slapping the ball away from the quarterback or knocking it out of his hand. It's a hard thing, obviously, to practice because you don't want to be hitting live quarterbacks, but we always finish with hitting the quarterback, arms, or a ball. I'm going to backpedal and go to the end of the line and just walk through how we weave with all the different moves. Whatever move you're working with, if you weave left and right, you end up working both sides. So we have our quarterback at one end, we have another quarterback at the other end, and in between we have 4 pop-up bags we work our moves on. Now we start down here. I can start on the right side of the opponent, which is my left, and obviously go ahead and work my move. Now when I come to the next bag, I'm going to the other side and coming over. I'm going to the other side and coming over. This way I can work both sides on all my moves all the time and come up and finish on whatever the coach wants on the quarterback. That's how we do our straight line gauntlet. We're ripping, rip, find the ball. That's it. That's where it's smacking. Let's roll for the ball now. Roll. That's a good chop, James. You want to mix. That's a good rip. Work on this rip. You're pretty good against Tanner. Rip. There you go. Either hand, be slapping at it now. Stop it up. That's it. There you go.
Tackle with tight end. Safety runs through.
Hey, you can see it too. You can tell me. Yeah. So rip. Rip. Get the ball out. Get the ball out. Find the ball. There we go.
Take a look at what happens if the linebacker. Reynolds goes up, he's going to be a little more control. Shoot!
That's it. Find it. There you go. Nice. Way to open them up. Nice hit. Good job, Hank. Good, Johnny. Johnny.
Option right or red. Rack the stick. Here we go. Option right. Here we go. Option right. Option right.
Roy.
Down. Go.
Top it up.
Now is scram left. Scram left. Scram left. 3-4. Scram left. 3-4.
That's it, Mark. That's better. Stop it. Long arm. Long arm. Here arm.
Balls in there. Ball in there. All right. Now to go. Hold on.
That's the way to lay out. Leave our feet in the left. Good job, Hank. There you go, Johnny.
Got that guy on.
Leave your feet. Nice job. Another one. Jump over it. There you go. Your layout. Okay, the last thing we'll do is rather than run a straight line all the time, we like to put our bags in a square where we really have to work on cutting at 90-degree angles, planting our foot and pushing off. Now we work the same moves, and again, we're going to be working left or right, both hands, both feet on both sides, but this way we can work our moves and again finish on the quarterback. So as an example, I'm going to start on this side. I'm attacking this man here, again following all my same rules, same hand, same foot, working my move, proceeding to the next bag, working my move, the next bag, working my move, coming up to the fourth bag here, working whatever move I am, and then finish again, like always, on the quarterback. On one of the things I'm finishing, the things we're emphasizing, but I get this in 4 moves again, in 4 different ways, planting my foot using 90-degree angles. Remember, we've got about 6 or 7 different moves that we use, times 4, that's 28 moves you're working, just running through the 4 square. Here we go. That's it, slap swim. Way to swim it, Hank. Get the ball. That's it. We're gripping the ball, tomahawking now. Here we go. Sit, swim. There you go. Slap it. Let's get the ball. Going for the ball now. Here we go. Turn the dummy so we can get it. All right, you got to sometimes reach for it. There you go. If you're coming over, find the ball. Here we go. Side. That's nice, James. That's it. Let's keep that ball on the side. Here we go. Same hand, same foot. Hit it. Come on, Roy. Come on, Roy. Smack it. Chop it out. More violent. See you, Robert. Harder, bigger swim. Bigger arc with your swim. That's the way to get the ball out. Rip. That's the way. That's it. There you go. Up a little closer, Robbie. Here we go.
You don't want to film
Go ahead,
this.
S.A.
I don't want to film this.
That's it. Way to go, that broken hand. There you go. Get it out. That's it. That's a nice job. There you go. Higher. That's the way to hit it. Rip. Rip. Grip, grip. That's it, take it out. That's it. Good job. Way to leave your feet, James. High grip, higher, harder, higher. Get it up. That's a good job. Way to find it. Go get it. Rob. Get it up higher. Grip it, grip it, grip it, grip it. That's it. Here we go. Way to turn your numbers. Good job at the hips. That's a good job. Way to chop her out. That's it. That's the way to turn, John. Get the ball out. That's it. Go, that's it. That's it. Numbers, hip, 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 hip. Get the ball. Good job. Here we go, James. Good final. Open. We're going to open them up. Open them up. Open them up. Good job. Your tomahawk. Good person, bro. Go, 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 go. Accelerate. Get it out. That's it. Robert, open them up. That's it. In and out. In and out. Hip, 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 hip. Chop it out. That's a good job. Back and stutter. That's where to shake. That's it. Shake, shake, shake. Get both his arms. There you go. That's where to tuck his arms in. Tackles and stuttering. Johnny Rattle. That. Reach up. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Get his arm. That's it. Get both his arms, Robert. Don't let him get rid of the ball on you. Knock it down. Up. That's it. Both arms. That's it. Hey, the way to get around, Hank. Nice elbow. Get an arm. That's it. Fight to stay up. Get an arm out. Good to get around. Good elbow. Hey, Johnny. Chop his arm. That's it. Double left high. Double left high. There you go.
Spinning on that, James.
Go get him. Sit. Nice elbow. Get into him.
Cram right.
Chop it out. Chop it. That's so we keep your feet going. That's it, Fernando. Get his arm. That's it. Any four. Roll him up. That's going to cater that bag. We're going to roll him up. Any four, let's run, Johnny. There you go. Roll him up. That's it. Go, 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 go. We're going to roll him. Hold on, Martin. There we go. That's it. Hands, hands, feet. Those are the drills we've been doing since '77. We don't miss a day without them. They're great aids for us. Lean inside, and finish. There you go. That's it. Go. Way to lean. Way to lean. I'll get over here where you can see me set you off. That's it. Lean. Lean. There you go, Marty. Go. All right. Coming this way now. Same idea. That's it. Lean inside. Get that hand in there, son, if you need. Nice job, Hank. Get that hand in there. Get set now. So that's it. Round. Finish with the lean. Finish with the lean. That's where you want, Marty. All right, shoot. That's it. That's it. Go ahead. That's it. Lean, lean, lean. Now, way to finish. Go ahead. That's it. That's where you knock it down. There you go. Lean. That's the way. Lean. Good job. That's it. That's the way to knock it down. That's it. Good lean. There you go. That's it. That's it. Hit him, lean. There you go.
Lean.
That's it. Lean it. That's it. That's the way to knock it down. That's the way to lean. Work. That's it, shoot. All right, good job. Back up. That's a good job. Hang on. Hold on. Make sure he's ready. Leave it one each way. Really get that hand in there some. Really turn the corner. Lean into the inside. There you go. Get it out. That's a good job. On your own, move. That's the way to lean inside. That's it. Long reach, chop it out.
Oh, short.
That's the way to lean inside. Lean. Get the ball. Let's get the ball.
Missed it. You missed it.
Let's get it.
Come on.
Same happened in the game, right there.
Need the ball.
Here we go. That's it. There you go to run on the inside. Reach out.
Come on, Mark.
Get around. Come on, Fernando. Longer arm. Reach out longer. Chop. Good lean. That's it. Smack it out. You can vary it. Just like a man. Here you go. Lean. That's the halfway to reach around. That's it. That's it. That's where to find the ball. That's it. Yeah. There you go. That's the way to work. That's the way to smack it out of there, man. Good job, Jay. Here we go. Reach in there, near arm, long arm. We're the last man. Here we go. That's it. There we go. That's it all the way around. Keep working.
Get it, Sean. Come on, Sean.
All right, here we go. That stays smooth. That's it.
You got it, buddy. You got it, buddy. Oh, come on.
Let's go again. Here we go.
I see you taking a shortcut.
That's it. Come on, Marty. Close it down.
Come on, Marty.
There you go. That's all right. Okay. All right. That's it.